market. We are going live with your most bananas one and only option in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon to my friends across the pond. I hope everybody is doing wonderful this morning. We're going to get into markets here in just a second, but I want to talk to you about what we're doing ahead of Thanksgiving here in the United States at Option Pit. And I want to kind of talk to you about what's happened in the last year at Option Pit. In the last year, we have added here at Option Pit over 1,000 new traders. Think about that. 1,000 new traders. We've increased our staff by essentially 100%. We've added more customer sales reps, customer care reps, people that take care of you. We've added more on the support side. We've added new traders like Hans, and we're looking to add more professional traders moving forward. It's been a big year for Option Pit and a big year for you. We know you've had great success with programs like Turbo Income, Delta Strike, Zero GTE, Option Shopper, weekly profit cycles. We've had and new product like Alpha AI and Flash 5. I'm literally sitting here looking at the demo of the Flash 5 AI engine that we're working on right now. It's really cool. It's been an incredible year for us, and as we head into Thanksgiving, it's a time to reflect and think about all the gifts that you've had. And the gifts that we've really had that have driven us have been you. All of our amazing traders that have been here for years and years and years, and all of our new traders that have just found out about us over the last year. And we're extremely thankful for you guys. So I've lined up something special. I'm giving away $250,000. Now, I'm not just sitting here writing checks. There is not going to be a random drawing where somebody wins $250,000. But here's what we're doing. Many of you are heading toward your annual subscription coming up, or your quarterly subscription coming up, or your monthly subscription coming up. And you've probably seen
Yes, Mark?
am I freezing up a little bit?
A little bit, but we're back now.
Here, I can fix 1 second. All right. We should be good now. All right. So I'm giving away $250,000. But again, not going to be a check. No one's going to, it's not like a grand prize. But you've been thinking about the fact that your annual subscription is coming up, your quarterly, your monthly. You've been thinking about upgrading, maybe going lifetime or jumping into pro. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to match you dollar for dollar on every dollar you spend for the next week, and you can apply it to anything within Option Pit. Now, let me be clear. Trade to Close is a separate company. Trade to Close, Game Plan, not a part of this. But if you're a member of Option Shopper, Small Account Challenge, Trade Zone, Delta Strike, Alpha AI, Zero GTE, Rip Zone, Weekly Profit Cycles, Flash 5, Special Situations, Turbo Income, any of those, and you're looking to upgrade, you're ready to renew, whatever. If you spend $1, I'm going to give you $1. up to $250,000. And you can spend that on whatever you want with an option pit. So how do you take advantage of those? Give my team a call, 888-872-3301, and they will help you through the process. So give them a call, 888-872-3301, and take advantage of my $250,000 that I'm giving you guys. So got that out of the way. And I want to say, just kind of closing that up, thank you. Thanksgiving is a week from Thursday. And the thing I'm most thankful for when it comes to my professional life is you guys. Plain and simple. And you know how I feel about you guys. I love you. I respect you guys. You guys are, part of my family. So pick up the phone, call my team, 888-872-3301. All right. Well, today on the State of the Market, we are going to be breaking down a couple things. We're going to be looking at NVIDIA earnings, which are tonight. We're going to be looking at home improvement slowdown. We're going to look at the difference between what happened with Home Depot and what happened with Lowe's. And we're going to talk about maybe a little scary sign out of investors that they're reducing some of their cash holdings. Now, to help me through this process is the president of Option Pit, director of education. Been working here for going on 15 years. One of my partner and yours, he is Andrew T for Too Much Fun, Giovinazzi. Andrew, good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Good morning.
Everybody can hear me. I'm here. Maybe not.
Yeah, good to see you, man. Don't quite see you yet, but there he is.
It's coming. It's coming. Oh, my head's
see
gone.
Andrew, why are you
I currently
hiding?
see your shoulder.
Oh. I don't know what
Now
happened.
I see
Boy, this is
part of you.
on my
A
hair
little more.
now. I
Little
don't know
more.
what the heck happened.
I think you got to tell Lydia a little more. There we go. That's better.
Actually, hold on, Andrew. I got you.
All right. I don't know what happened. Anyway,
It's all right. You got to tell the dog to stop jumping around on your desk.
I guess so, or the chickens. Everybody's saying
The-
tell me
the-
about the sound. We have all told multiple times about sound and everything else. So anyway, 2011, which is hard to believe.
Yeah, it is hard to believe. It's hard to believe, but we actually had a lot of people to know this. Andrew and I had worked together for a whopping 3 months back in 2001 and 2002, right before he started his own trading firm.
It was a while
I was just
ago.
I was just a little shining light in his eye, but
Yes, a little twinkle.
here we
You're
are.
a twinkle.
Indeed. All right, Andrew. Obviously, we've got a big headline heading our way this afternoon at 4:30ish p.m. They come out after futures. Jensen Huang talking at 5 o'clock Eastern. Of course, we're talking about NVIDIA earnings. NVIDIA's had basically just a straight ride down since the Fed. Maybe a little chop leading into November 3rd, but, and I mean, you can share my screen if you want. Basically topped out on the 29th when the Fed was talking and has been on an almost straight drop since. It peaked on the 29th at $212.19. It bottomed out on Tuesday at $179.65. It's about $43 worth of selling, high to low. Today, a little bit of a bid here today, but still kind of stuck in the doldrums below the 50-day moving average, which it had really only done for tiny periods in September. And then prior to that, you have to go back to April, April, May to find it below that level. And it hasn't touched the 100-day moving average, which it did on Tuesday, since that April-May time period. So what are you expecting tonight?
Well, if you also look at, I think Q kind of peaked then too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that it's not a great company and it's making a lot of money, but $5 trillion is a lot of market cap. I mean, it's bigger than Germany. It's bigger than Europe. How big does one company get at some point? So I think they're still going to have a great earnings. They're going to be huge. I just don't see the stock doing a whole lot at this point. Just because, as somebody I know once said, earnings have to be perfect for the stocks to go up. So, I mean,
yeah.
But I think the rest of the market will breathe a sigh of relief. So overall, I think even if NVIDIA doesn't go anywhere, you can already see today we've recouped all of yesterday's jump in volatility. Has already been kind of sliced off today. So that's what I think the market is expecting out of NVIDIA. So I mean, it should be up like $3 or $4, but I mean, where do you go when you have the valuation that it does currently? Like, where does NVIDIA go from? Does it go to 190 from? How can you continue to get excited at these prices?
Yeah, I mean,
that would be my thought.
Even with the $43 sell-off, the price to sales ratio is almost 27 to 1. It's over that now. And the PE ratio is about 53. And this is a $4.4 trillion company. You normally associate a 50 PE with a company that is not the largest company in the world.
$1 billion market cap.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, 10 years ago, when Apple was the largest company in the world, but was not $1 trillion before everything blew up, we used to lament that Apple had a low price earnings ratio of like 12. And we're like, what does this company need to do to see its PE ratio expand? And now we've definitely seen these expand.
Right.
When you look at the Mag 7, Google is up $19 today. And part of that is, just today, it's probably getting 30. The only one of the Mag 7 names that has a price earnings ratio that would be, going back 100 years within line of normal standards is Meta, that has a ratio of 20.5 to 1. Every one of them's into the 30s, which was traditionally not for the mega caps. It was for the companies that would eventually mature into those mega caps.
Right.
Now, ahead of NVIDIA earnings, looking at, one of the things I love about LiveVol Pro is that, it does this kind of neat earnings analysis. They're pricing in almost exactly a normal move, 6.59. The median implied move, 6.59. That equates to, for those that don't want to calculate what that equates to, with the stock trading 187 and a half, the at the money straddle is about $13.25. So let me show you what that looks like.
Wow. That doesn't seem like a lot all of a sudden.
It doesn't seem like a lot. this and this. There you have it. All right. So when I buy the 187 call and the 187 put, basically is setting how much the market is looking for this thing to move between now and Friday. And that's $13.25. That put it at about 174 or a touch over 200. What are you thinking? You think we can get what does Nvidia have to do to go back above 200 tonight?
They have to kick the door down on the earnings so hard that it's going to make your teeth hurt. I think it has to be such a surprise that it's almost has to be painful. The surprise is going to be so
okay.
Big. That's I would
yeah.
say.
I don't disagree with you. Well, what do you guys think is going to happen with Nvidia earnings tonight? Type 1 if you think the stock is going to be above 200. Type 2 if you think the stock is going to hit recent lows. And type 3 if you think it's going to be kind of a non-event. William says, what about a huge buyback? That could be interesting. All right. So you tell me what you think.
Is buying back their stock. I mean, they could, but have they started a buyback program?
They are buying some stock back. All right. So let's see what we got. I want to see 1 if you think they're going to be back above 200. 2 if you think that it's going to make new recent lows. And 3 if you think it's going to be kind of a snoozer. I'm seeing a lot. No 2s yet. Oh, no, there's 2. Scavenger's got a 2. But what I'm seeing is a lot of 3s. They're looking at this as if it's going to be kind of a non-event. Amin thinks Jensen really, really, really wants to sell China. Of course he does because he cares about profits more than national security. Who doesn't? Now I'm seeing some 1s. Manny the Yankee Greek. So he probably lives in Greektown in New York. That would be my bet. He is saying 2.5.
Please never say nothing, Burger. Lou from Texas says they have $500 billion in back orders.
There you go. And yeah, so we got a lot of opinions, but I would say the plurality of traders are telling us that they think it's going to be kind of a non-event. Now, here's what I'll tell you. I think a non-event is bullish for the overall market because people are really worried about these earnings. So if it is a non-event, I think that could help the S&P find a little bit of a bottom here, and it doesn't break the narrative of what's going to happen with interest rates. Andrew, what are you? If it's a non-event, what do you think happens? Throwing out non-farm payrolls on Thursday morning and Friday morning, just Nvidia in a bubble. If it's a non-event, how does that affect overall markets?
Overall, I think they'll like it. I view it in the past as like, a few years ago. Remember, Apple earnings used to be the big thing, and
yes.
And they would kind of save stocks because it was like, oh, companies can't make money anymore. Sentiment is bad. People are glued to the TV about Epstein or whatever, and then all of a sudden reality comes back, and the reality is, oh, wow, companies are still profitable. So we're going to.
Yeah. Well, back then, the only Epstein I cared about
that's what traders want.
I don't disagree. Back then, the only Epstein I cared about was Theo Epstein, the general manager of the Chicago Cubs, as he led the Cubs to their first World Series in 108 years. All right. Story 2. We've got kind of mixed results out of the home improvement stores. Home Depot, I mean, not a pretty trip. Earnings on the 18th were awful, and it's not getting that dead cat bounce. On the other end, Lowe's, which tends to be slightly less expensive than Home Depot, and maybe a little less, fewer customer service reps, I'll say, having been to both. Lowe's is seeing an increase in kind of DIY, DIY. It shows you how much DIY I do. They're encouraged by DIY. Home Depot, not as much. Now, Home Depot's also got a bigger contracting business than Lowe's does.
Right.
And these have been pretty stable, steady stalwarts over the last 2 years. I mean, if you look, Home Depot has not done a lot since December of 2023. Just been kind of up, down, but it's paid a nice dividend, right? This thing pays almost $10 in dividends a year. That's not bad.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Well, there you go. See? Learn something new every day.
I didn't
and then,
know that. I was just at Home Depot. I ordered some poplar plywood from them, just to let you know.
Oh, there you go. Now,
and it actually worked okay.
Lowe's has been kind of a better story, in that, really both of these have not done a lot since December, but at least Lowe's has shown a little bit of strength here. So, if Home Depot, Lowe's kind of saving my outlook on markets as a whole, but even so, the kind of softness on Home Depot, the downgrade to Lowe's, makes me wonder kind of where we are with the economy. Another name that reported, Target, obviously different story, but just total dumpster fire.
Does anybody shop at Target anymore? I have not been in a Target in like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, but Walmart looks amazing, right? Look at the 1 year of Walmart versus Target, and you see a story of execution. When you look at the 1 year of Home Depot versus Lowe's on these earnings, you see a story about customers going less expensive. Now, it just so happens Walmart's also less expensive than Target. But, there may be a little bit of a downgrade story here. Another reason for that downgrade story is TJX. They raised this morning. And TJX is where people go for high fashion at discounted prices, right?
TJX is like one of my favorite stores, by the way.
TJ Maxx. Are you a Marshalls or a TJ Maxx person?
TJ Maxx, because they have the odd food items in TJ Maxx, like the Jardiniere.
Yeah, well, Marshalls does too. But
really?
You got to go check out Home Goods then. Home Goods is another TJX entity, and they've got great stuff, great food.
Yeah, I had a $100 bid in for TJ Maxx. I've never been able to buy. I haven't been able to buy the stock like forever. And it just keeps going up and up and up and up. And my wife wants me to buy the stock, and I keep. So I was writing 100 puts, and now they're not worth anything. And then now it's like $50 higher. So
yeah,
if my wife
TJ Maxx TJ Maxx has had a year. It's up about, when it comes to retail, TJ Maxx has had a really good year. It's trading it's open year over year. It went from $119 to currently $147. Compare that to like Nike. which was $74 and is now $64, and you get a totally different story, right? You get a softening. You get kind of that downgrade story.
Right.
Macy's versus like a Neiman Marcus. That's New Manning versus like a Neiman Marcus is another kind of downgrade story.
Is Neiman Marcus?
It's funny.
I thought they went public. Didn't they go private? Did they take it public again?
JWN definitely went private this year for a reason. And I thought Neiman's went public again, but I'll have to look that up.
Because I remember trading the takeover in like 2005 or something. Way back.
Yeah. Kind of the last story that we're looking at is this story about customers getting out of cash and into bonds and into gold and things like that. And when we've seen customers get out of cash and into gold, out of stocks, into bonds, that has typically not been a great time for the market. And we definitely saw some softness in the market over the last few weeks, kind of reflecting that.
Right.
And part of that is also related to the Fed. I think it's fascinating what's happened with interest rates over the last month. 1 month ago today, we were pricing in a 94% chance of a rate cut. That has been halved. It's currently 48.9, less than 50-50.
Don't we have minutes today at 2 o'clock?
We get I mean, they are announcing more and more data being dumped over the next 2 days. Thursday and Friday are going to be wild. We get the unemployment report for September. We get non-farm payroll, hourly wages for September. And then we get a bunch more of that stuff on Friday for October. And then today we have Fed minutes from October at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Those could be fun. We've got several. We got Tom Barkin from the Richmond Fed, New York Fed president talking. Philadelphia Fed there's just a massive data dump that's hitting over the next couple days on top of NVIDIA. And, part of that whole reduction in cash might have been related to the government shutdown and some fears around there.
The plunge protection team is back. I think a slightly weaker job market would be like a bullish day for stocks. The fact that they're going to cut again.
Absolutely, especially with CPI kind of hanging around 3%, and maybe heading a little bit lower. The Goldilocks job report is going to be slightly below, still positive, but slightly below estimates. And right now they're betting on 50,000 jobs. So somewhere in the 0 to 49,000 is going to be a pretty good estimate. All right, Andrew, we are running up against it. I want to remind you guys one more time that, again, Andrew and I are giving away $250,000. Mostly me, a little bit Andrew. And if you'd like to take advantage of that, I will match you dollar for dollar on everything you spend. Give us a call, 888-872
So that's for extending your
301.
subscriptions. Extending your subscriptions. You want a new premium product with just call 888-TRADE-01. 872.
Yeah, you want turbo income. You want rip zone. You want weekly profit cycles. You want to upgrade weekly profit cycles. You want to upgrade Delta Strike. You want 0DTE or Alpha AI. You upgrade something, you buy something new. You want Pro, which is our best value here. I'll match you dollar for dollar.
Yeah.
So
Call Ted.
Call
Ted, call customer care.
Yeah, and rush to it. We're probably going to get 10 or 15 people trying to jump to Pro. That's going to swallow up that $250,000 real fast. So jump at it, and give my team a call, 888-872-3301.
And once the dough is gone, this is over. By the way,
it is. Once it's gone, it's
over.
It's gone. It's like the $20 I give my kid for the book fair. When it's gone, it's gone. All right, everybody. I am for Andrew T. Giovinazzi, T, of course, for Too Much Fun. I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. Go take my money. Have a good one, everybody.